Lesson 8-10, Fractions with Money. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to multiply and divide money amounts by fractions. Make sure that you have a pencil and paper ready so you can work along with me, and pause the video as we go along as you need to stop and take notes. Let's take a look at the first question. It says, a package of copier paper costs $1.50. Leroy bought a package for 3/4 of the cost. How much did Leroy pay? So when we need to find a fraction of a number, we need to multiply. So we're going to multiply 3/4 of $1.50. So that would be 3/4 times $1.50. So remember, of means times. Whenever you see this and you say 3/4 of, that means times. So we're going to multiply. So that's a good little hint to remember. So now we need to turn this into a fraction so that we can multiply. Now as I look, I can't reduce any of them, so I'm going to need to just multiply straight across my 3 times $1.50 over 4 times 1. So when I multiply 3 times $1.50, I get $4.50 over 4. Now I need to divide so that way it's not an improper fraction. So I'll do that right here. 4. I have 4 going into 450. I'm going to put an extra 0 out just in case. So I bring up my dollar sign and my decimal, and then I just divide. So I end up with 1.125. So I'm going to round that to the nearest cent because we're dealing with money. So that would be $1.13. That would be the final answer for that. Let's take a look at the next example. 1/2 of 46. And remember, when you see the word of, that means you multiply. So it would be rewritten as 1/2 times 46. And I'm going to go ahead and put that as a fraction so it's ready to multiply. 46 over 1. So now I'm ready to multiply. First I'm going to take a look and know that I can reduce this, and then 2 goes into here 23 times, and now all that's left is to multiply. 23 over 1, which equals 23. So that would be $23. Okay, I want you to try this one. 3/8 of 1650. Go ahead and work that out on your own and then come back and check against my work. So our first thing is to rewrite it. So it would be 3/8 times 1650 over 1. And then I can see if I can cross cancel anything, but I can't. So now I just need to multiply. So I have 3 times 1650, which equals $49.50. That looked like a 9, over 8, and now I need to divide. So I'm going to do that right here. 49.50, put an extra 0 just in case, my dollar sign, divided by 8. So when I divide, I get $6 and 0.1875. So I need to round that to my nearest dollar, or sorry, to my nearest cents. So that would be right here, I'd be rounding the 8, and I'm going to go up because of the 7. So that would be $6.19. Okay, I hope that's what you were able to get as well. Now let's take a look at dividing fractions in money. So we have $8.75 divided by 1 1/4. So we're going to need to rename these as fractions. So $8.75, I would put that over 1. So I have 8.75 over 1 divided by the 1 1/4, turning that into an improper fraction, we would get 5/4, and that would equal $8.75 over 1. Now remember, when we divide fractions, we actually have to do the reciprocal and multiply. So times 4/5. So that's what our problem looks like all set up. Now let's take a look. Can we reduce any of these? I see here that I have a 5, and that goes into this number because it ends in a 5. So when we divide those down and reduce them, 5 goes into here once, and 5 would go in here 1.75 times. So now all that's left is to multiply. 1.75 times 4, so that would equal $7. And then my 1 times 1 equals 1, so it all reduces down to equal $7. Here's another example we'll work through. We have $3.50 divided by 3 1/2. So we need to first turn the 350 into a fraction and then change our mixed number into an improper fraction. So that would look like this. We have 350 over 1 divided by 7/2. So we can't actually divide fractions. Remember, we need to multiply by the reciprocal. So as I rewrite that, I have 350 over 1 times 2/7. So I can reduce here. 7 goes in here once, and it goes in here 0.5 times, so 50 cents. So now we are just needing to multiply. So this would equal $1 over 1, which equals $1. I want you to try this one on your own. $5.50 divided by 1 2/3. Pause the video and then come back and check against my work. So my first step will be to turn these into a fraction and an improper fraction. So I have 550 over 1 divided by 5/3. Now I'm going to multiply. So I have 550 over 1 times 3/5. This goes in here once, and it goes in here 1, that. Now I need to multiply. $1.10 times 3 would be $3.30 over 1, which equals $3.30. Okay, I hope that's what you were able to get to. Go ahead and rewatch any parts of the videos that you need to before doing today's math assignment.